your soul! Greetings. Do you need something?
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
I have to say, I didn't expect that. You're right, it has a real bite to it.
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In Vino Virilitas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Kashpar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Seplet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
A secret? Well, just the job for me. I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to secrets hidden in monasteries.
The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
You want me to be smellier? I don't see how that could make a good impression on him.
Not smellier, sommelier. It's a wine expert. Just act intelligent and use some foreign words. It'll be easy. I have some books about wine at home. Maybe you could read through them. You do know how to read, right? Havel's a bit thick anyway, so it won't be hard to impress him.
The book might come in handy. Can I borrow it?
When I said I have it, that wasn't, entirely accurate.
What's the truth then?
The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone and she hasn't given it back yet. Miss Adleta Manlica should have it. I lent it to her during our, let's call it our friendship, which has come to an end.
If it's awkward for you to go to her, I'll sort it out.
It won't be that simple. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master swordsmith Manlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adletta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Mannlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the book back.
Great! Any more questions?
Do you have any idea what this secret might be?
They're monks, so it could be anything. Maybe they put the crushed up bones of saints in it, or they sing hymns to the wine. How should I know?
Do you really think Havel would just tell me the secret? You don't even know if he actually knows it. Or it might just be a rumor.
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a secret and Havel will tell you, or there's no secret and Havel will confirm it.
I'll get right on it then.
Excellent. And don't forget, making an impression is the main thing. You look like you can handle it. Good luck. Take care. The best wine in Kottenberg! The taste of home on your esteemed tongue!
I'll say, I'll have a new dress for the occasion.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Kashpar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Kashpar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Bushek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Kashpar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
Kashpar really needs that book. I mean, I need it.
And I need an explanation. Gifts aren't meant to be taken back.
Kashpar wants to find out what the monks put in their monastery wine. Havel the innkeeper might know, but he won't tell just anyone.
Havel from the Emperor Charles Tavern? What does the book have to do with it?
That's the one. I need to pose as a wine connoisseur to pry some information out of Havel. But I don't know much about wine, so I need to read the book. It sounds crazy, I know.
It sounds like the plot of a play. Typical Kashpar. And now I'm to be a co-conspirator. I'm glad I can at least be part of this little adventure. I don't get to have much fun otherwise. Here's Kaspar's book. Tell him not to give up. I'm sure his plan will work out.
Thank you, miss. I'll tell him what you said.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
Do.
The city council has decided to help King Sigismund's army.
What's new in town?
Nothing much.
Pavel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Saxony, Bavaria, and so on. The German states, basically.
Wonderful. It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man. How shall we begin our tasting?
I don't think
I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla, that's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring color is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. According to Galen, it's not right to give the sick and elderly cold wine. They themselves are cold, so it's better to balance it out with a warm wine. A strong and sweet red that ripened on a sunny southern hillside.
I see you're an expert in medicine as well as wine, Goodman. Galen, you say?
Yes, Galen and other scholars share similar opinions.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
A bit bitter for my tastes. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant. The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the color enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, I've never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, you won't know till you've tried it. He lived and died by that saying.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. Burn the canker, he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week. God rest his soul.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
You said you spent time in the German lands. What wine do the local connoisseurs rate highest?
Invisible or something.
Anything from the Steinberger vineyard in Eberbach Abbey. It's the largest vineyard in the Holy Empire. It's admirable how they have everything so organized, precise, and measured. Truly a joy to behold.
Yes, yes. The monastic brothers know what they're doing. I can confirm that. I have something from the local monastery as well. We should taste it. Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads. And I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Very nice. I'd say it's mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something. Ginger. It's missing ginger.
But of course. The cook told me they didn't have any at the market. You have a refined tongue, good man. I'll give you that. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Ega. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Very strong. Matured in an oak barrel, undoubtedly. Colour is excellent as well. A crimson red. The smell is heavy, spicy, almost suffocating. I have to admit, I haven't had much Hungarian wine, but maybe I should change that.
I drank this particular wine from Ega at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Oh, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of Hungarian custom.
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what can I tell you? The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face. Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit. Or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called Secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavour that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognise.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like. And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? Never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you. I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
You sure can drink. What's your secret?
All right then, but it'll take a while.
Not a chance. I'd sooner see hell freeze over.
Oh.
An elegant taste. Greetings. Do you need something?
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the cause.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Caspar's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right, I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlicas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. Farewell, good sir. Forget the swill from Burgundy and Tuscany.
The best wine comes from Czech soil!
Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg vineyards! Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg vineyards! An elegant and lean flavor, light aroma of exotic fruits, and a color that has sparkle. This is my white wine. Give it a taste. Taste the delicious Kuttenberg wine from the best grapes ripened in the Czech sun. Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg vineyards! Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg vineyards! Wine! Try some wine from the...
You there?
Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
What if I'm not up to it?
You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins, so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold, so we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything, off you go to work.
I'll be going then.
All right, run.
Don't worry.
I have to say that, and now you know everything. God be with you, good sir.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen. I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
Right. The shoot. That's me.
Forgive me, young man. I'm always pleased by the presence of someone who enjoys working.
That's great. In any case, I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
You'll start today. Because why wait? There are a few hours left before the velvet blanket of night covers our vineyard.
Of course. I'll get to work then.
Excellent. What enthusiasm. What vigor. As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organizing a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
What's in this building here?
This is the winery, lad. It's the heart of the vineyard. Of course, the grapes must ripen in the vineyard and are harvested there. But here in the winery they are sorted, pressed, and poured into barrels. As soon as we put the wine in barrels, it travels to the cool and dark monastery cellars, where it ages.
Where can I lay my head?
I shall take you there right away. I have to show you where to take the sacks in any case.
Forgive me, but why do you talk so strangely?
Truth be told, you're not the first to ask such a question. But the answer is simple. Our time on this earth is too short and precious to leave behind something ordinary. And I'm quite adept at speaking, unlike other human activities. So why not at least leave behind a pleasing impression?
I wonder what I'll leave behind.
I don't know, lad, and neither do you. But eventually the loom will run out of thread, and it's up to us what we leave behind. Whether it's a plain cloth or an ornate tapestry.
I'll get to it then.
May God bless your work. On you go, lad. Here it is, the final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies, the dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks, and moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
Now I know everything, I can get started.
Wonderful, lad. Now, get to work. The vineyard is large and there's plenty of work.
At your service, sir.
Ah, excellent. Our youngest laborer returns after a day surely filled with hard work.
I did the best I could.
Lad, your exemplary diligence brings me great joy. And because I trust you, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Absolutely. How can I help?
Our wine ages in the monastery cellars, but every now and then a few bottles find their way back home to the vineyard. I keep them in the cellar here, and after a hard day's work, even my finely honed tongue needs whetting. Go to the cellar and fetch a bottle, lad.
Fine. I'll fetch one. This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it. Here you are, Master Custodian. A bottle of wine and the key to the cellar.
Ah, well now, I nearly forgot about that. At my age, thoughts are as fleeting as swallows in autumn.
Well, as long as they come back in the spring.
Sadly, not always, lad. Some stay in the warmer climes forever. And that's exactly why I need wine. You get some rest. There will be more Sisyphean tasks to do in our vineyard tomorrow.
I have more questions.
Ask away, lad.
How are you doing here?
The life of a winemaker is similar to the life of the vine itself. It seems showered with sunshine, but it isn't possible without tenacity and resilience. Here in the vineyard, we wake up and go to sleep with a single thought: how to bring to life a divine miracle, the nectar of wine. For it truly is a miracle. A truly fine wine can enchant kings and priests alike. And if we can create such a wine, then our time in this world has not been in vain.
What does your job entail?
The administration of the monastery vineyard consists mainly of thorough organization. I allot the jobs to the workers and make sure nobody neglects anything. But it's not just about people. I have to take care of the vines themselves and oversee their health and quality every day. True, the Sedlets monastery has many vineyards, but this is one of its crown jewels.
God bless.
God be with you. People like me. God be with you.
Be praised.
Fountain? Where does the water come from?
Elegant.
Here, in the middle of the city.
Sweet red, a sparkling white.
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Skalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
but it sticks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies. And they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine weak. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. See you later, my friend. An elegant and lean flavor, light aroma of exotic fruits, and a color that has sparkle.